what are all the rest of the dudes up to? I know Dessa's like, she's splitting between New York and Minneapolis, and she's doing an international tour coming up.
She's doing. It's hard to keep.
She's always
track
going.
Of her. Yeah, she's
but I haven't
doing
heard
all
the
sorts
rest
of
of the
stuff.
guys nearly as much as I've heard from her.
Yeah, well, Paper Tiger, who's the other producer, he put out a solo album last year, and then Shredders has just put out a record in the fall. So that's got Sims and P.O.S. on it. So that's how many of us? 5 of us. Cecil is always working on music. It rarely gets released, so I don't hold my breath, but he's always in the studio. And Mike had recently moved back here from California. He'd been out there staying with family, and that's where he's from originally. So he sent me a text maybe last week saying that he's been getting the itch again, and he's been starting to write, and he's actually been starting to make his own little beats here and there, and
nice.
And just kind of getting into the inspiration again. So it's definitely like I'm never pushing anybody. I'm never like, we need a record from you right now. But usually over the last even almost 20 years that Doomtree's been around, it just happens when it happens. And so that's why the crew albums were sporadic, and they would happen. And then we always talked about it like a trampoline, where we all come down and that's a crew album. And then we all slowly bounce up. Everyone makes their solo albums, does their thing. We come back down. So I don't foresee a crew album in the near future, but you never know.